In this video, I want to talk about a major distraction to avoid in 2023. A major distraction. And why are we talking about this distraction? Is because this distraction, if you are not careful, is going to throw you off balance. Once you let it get at you, it's going to throw you off balance for the rest of the year. And some people may not recover from it just because they have entangled themselves with it. They have occupied themselves so much with it. Their emotions are so much attached to it. And one thing they don't know is that they cannot control the outcome. They can't control the results of this very distraction. So this video is not for journalists or politicians. And what is that distraction to avoid? It is this year's election that is happening in Nigeria, that is happening in February, that will be conducted in February. And what do I want to talk about? Why is it a distraction? You can say it's my nation, it's my nation. I understand it's your nation. I understand it's my nation. I'm a Nigerian and I'm proud to be a Nigerian. But the truth of the matter is there are certain things we cannot control, that we cannot influence. So thinking about them or even discussing about them or occupying ourselves with it only distract us from what we can focus on, from our purpose, from our own assignments. Some people get to the workplace and instead of putting in the work, instead of doing the work they are being paid for, they are discussing politics, they are discussing election, they are discussing party. The matter is, if you are not productive at the end of the day, won't they sack you? Won't you be relieved of your job at that very point, at that place of work? And the question is, who will not be paying your salary? Is it these political parties that will not be paying your salary? Please don't be distracted. The only thing you can control, and as I'll be talking about, you can see this circle. We have this big circle and we have the small circle. The small circle, which is in red, is what you can influence. It is called the circle of influence. It means, what is it that you can do as regards this election that is within your own influence, within your own control, that you can control. And I can tell you, the only thing you can control is just your own votes. Just your own votes. There are so many parameters, there are so many things you cannot control, that is out of your control. For instance, the result is out of your control. You cannot influence the result. So talking about who is going to win, who is not going to win is baseless, because it is not just your own vote. Your own is just to go there. Just be determined that, okay, this is the person I'm going to vote for, and vote. And the other thing is to pray. Pray for your nation. Pray that the right person will be voted for. That is the only thing you can do. That is just what is within your own control. There are so many things you can say. I have circle of concern and circle of influence. Circle of concern means the things that are out of your control. You can't control them. They are circle of concern. You are concerned so much about them. But don't forget that one thing about politics is, if you are not careful, it takes a toll on your emotions. I see people destroying relationships all in the name of politics. Long-term relationship, you are destroying relationship, forgetting that this election will come and it will go and life continues. Don't destroy relationship because of that. Maintain your relationship. All these people, they don't know you. What you can only do is to vote. Determine who do I want to vote for. But abusing people, doing all those sort of things, it's a sign of immaturity. You are only concerned, and that is not a good way to live. Because if you are not careful, it's going to throw you off balance for the rest of the year. Because the momentum you should have gathered so that you can achieve more through the year, you will see that it will just regress. Because the beginning of the year is the time to build momentum so that you can achieve your potentials for the year. You can achieve your goals. You can achieve whatsoever you have set out to build, or the results that you intend to have in life. So what are those big things that are in the cycle of influence? You can't control the results. You can't control vote buying. You can see vote buying. You can't control it. You can only discuss about it. Why can't you focus on what you can control, which is just your own votes, and to pray and focus on your life? Focus on what matters to you. Focus on your family. Focus on your finance. No matter how much you talk about it, when it was 2015, we thought somebody is going to be the Messiah of the whole nation. But at the end, we saw what happened. So which means even person is going to be the savior. One thing about man is man can change. Have a preferred candidate, go and vote for the person, but don't disturb yourself. Don't give yourself unnecessary headache. All because, don't destroy relationship, all because of the 2023 election. 2023 election will come and it will go, and life remains. Nigeria remains. Nigeria will not scatter. Please. But your family remains. You need to fend for your family. You need to cater for your family. So what are those things that are in the cycle of concern that you should not bother yourself? Number one is the result, the outcome of the election. The election is just for 2 days. Why should it throw you off for what will happen in 363 days or so? Please. Just 2 days, the presidential election I meant, which is a major thing that people are focusing on, that people are just concerned about. Please, the only thing you can control is what? Your votes, and you can also pray. So you can't control rigging. Even if you say, okay, in your polling booth, you want to control, you want to make sure. The question is, can you even do that? What is happening in the other part of the nation, other parts of the country, in other polling units? Can you control that? You can't control rigging. You can't control media hype. That is the way they eat. That is the way they sell. Is to hype everything that is happening. Is to hype everything. So that's why even I don't disturb myself on them, because they want to sell and they are looking for those who they will play on their emotions. So please, because if you are not careful, this will throw you off balance. Mark my word. It will throw you off balance. Defection, can you control that? Can you say somebody should not move from APC to Labour Party, or from Labour Party to PDP? You can't control that. So what if your lover, for instance, the person you love so much, now decide to defect from one party to the other? Can you control that? Mass defection, can you control that? You can't control that. It's just a circle of concern. And circle of concern will only affect your emotions. So please, don't be distracted. Snatching of ballot boxes, can you control that as well? You can see that there are so many things that goes into what you are talking about, that it is only a small fraction. And that small fraction is what? Is for you to vote and for you to pray for Nigeria. That is a cycle of influence. That is what you can control. Other things are out of your control. You cannot control registered to accredited voters ratio. At times in a particular state, you will see registered voters 5 million, and you will see accredited voters 1 million or 1.5, and you wonder what happened. The matter is you can't control that. That one is with INEC. So please, don't be distracted by the election. Election will come and it will go. Go and perform your civic responsibility, which is to vote, and also remember to pray for Nigeria. But outside that, stop arguing. Stop all these arguments. Stop all this workplace politics. You get to the workplace, and instead of focusing on your job, what you are focusing on is you are discussing APC, you are discussing PDP, as if they are the one paying your salary. Don't forget, your boss is saying this. It's getting to the ears of your boss. Do what you have been paid for. It's not APC, it's not PDP, it's not the Labour Party, it's not ABGA, it's not whatsoever that is paying your salary. Be productive. Be useful for your family for the year 2023. This momentum you are building, don't let anybody crash it. Don't let anybody affect it in the negative sense. The moment you see them arguing about it, you can't control it. Just move out. Just move away. It is not as if you don't have passion for your country. It is only wise that you can't control the results. The aspect you can control is just for you to vote. That is my suggestion. That is just my own piece of advice for you. So that you will not be distracted, so that you will not be thrown off. You will not be caught off guard for the year 2023. And you wonder by the end of 2023, how have I spent my life? What have I achieved? But the truth is, it was what happened in February, just 2 days events that threw you off balance. And for 363 or say 364 days, you are out of course. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by subscribing, by clicking on the subscribe button, and click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we release good contents like this. We talk on real estate, finance, personal development on this channel. And kindly share with anyone you know this video is going to help. So we meet in our next video. Stay blessed.